But first,
First.
Mama needs a drink.
Okay, oh, sorry, of course you do. Who have we got to help us with that, Bethy?
I have a guest to help me with my I was gonna say my parchment problem. That's my
Parchment.
no, I'm parched, but that's not how you would say that. So I have somebody to help me make a drink, and it is one of the founders of a product from our box this month, our July box. We have Michael or Mike, uh, the founder of Ikoyi Chapmans. And this
Lovely.
is such a cool drink, and I love it. It's non-alcoholic. It's a like a soda. But let's bring him in.
Yeah, I'll bring him in and then I'll leave you guys to talk all about it. Here
Perfect.
he comes.
It is so refreshing and delicious.
Michael, you're there.
Oh,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
we
We
can
can.
Excellent. No Zoom Doom.
hear you. Welcome, Michael, and tell us a little bit about this delicious product that we got in our July boxes.
Ikoyi Chapmans. Thank you, Betty. Yes, yes. Well, it's a drink that my brother and I were brought up with, really. We were brought up in Nigeria and West Africa. My parents were there, my father went there many years. Started we were there in the early 60s through to the mid 70s. And the rumour goes that this drink, a couple were playing golf back in the early 60s. They came in for a particularly tough round in very humid heat and asked the barman just to mix them something really refreshing to quench their thirst. So the barman mixed this drink. It's absolutely refreshing. Apparently his name is Chapman. So
I
we call
see.
the drink Ikoyi Chapmans.
And it's so refreshing and delicious. And there are some bitters in here, aren't there?
That's right. So when it's hand mixed, as it was back in the early days, part of the ingredients was Angostura bitters.
Right. And you can,
We tried to recreate that taste without the alcoholic content of the Angosturas. Yeah.
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 And you can taste that when you sip it. So it's like a soda, but elevated.
Absolutely. What I love to do is, if I drink it on its own, ice in the glass, pour it in, and you can smell the bitters and the aroma of the bitters even before you taste it. It's got to be chilled. Making it chilled really lifts the taste beautifully. It really brings out the bitters in it.
So delicious. I've only had mine so far. This is my third one I've had, and I will be getting more because I
Yeah.
honestly love it. It's so delicious.
Perfect.
But I've not had it in a cocktail yet.
My goodness. Well, this is part of the story is obviously my brother and I didn't when we were that young back in the 60s and 70s. But as we got older, we've kept mixing the drink through as we got older and discovered that it is a fantastic mixer. So particularly with gin, which is why obviously it goes so well with the gin cup this month.
Perfect.
Really beautiful mixer.
What are you going to lead us through tonight?
Thanks, Bethy. Well, the Mayor of Warwick, I think, is featured in the Gin magazine. So I have the ingredients here, and
Great.
that is what I was going to make for you.
Perfect. I'm going to make it along with you. And
Oh, fantastic.
we will be putting, if we haven't already, the link in the Facebook comments to our blog post about your beautiful drink, and it also has the cocktail recipe on there.
Perfect, Bethy. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, let's get going.
Well, of course, because of the link, I'm using the Amazoni gin. So,
I kept calling it Amazoni, but it's actually an Italian, it's an Italian Brazilian gin, so it's pronounced Amazzoni.
is that right?
That's
Okay.
right.
Amazzoni.
Amazzoni. Yeah,
Got it. Okay. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So we've got 50 mils of gin in first,
Yeah.
a dash of blackcurrant cordial,
And are we going directly into our glass?
right into the mixer.
Okay.
Are you with me? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. A dash of blackcurrant,
Yes. And what kind of black currant are you use it.
So I have got this Belvoir natural blackcurrant cordial.
Ah, perfect. Okay, and
Okay, quarter squeeze of lime.
yes, got my lime.
Okay, lime is in. Nice.
My ice is mostly melting.
Yeah, still going.
It's so hot here.
It's a perfect day for a cocktail, isn't it?
Yes, it's always a perfect day for a cocktail.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Take it. Okay. And then I'm straining into I've got a large wine glass here, a spritz glass. So strain that in. And then topping up the Chapmans.
And you don't want to put this in your shaker because it's carbonated.
Yes.
Pro tip.
That's right. And I mean, you can add some crushed ice or a garnish, but if you take a sip of that, that should be absolutely delightful.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
That does make a great mixer.
It does, doesn't it?
It's nice and it's sweet, but not overly sweet. And it's got the bitters. Yeah, that's really lovely.
Taste of the gin in it.
Now you were telling me about another cocktail you guys came up with. What was?
We're calling that the Ikoyi Sundowner, which is a beautiful one. I mean, it's again, it's easy to make. We use 50 ml of the gin again. 50 ml of the spiced rum.
Nice.
And then 150 ml of Chapmans. Obviously, do the Chapmans last. Mix the two spirits together with crushed ice. Strain it. Add your Chapmans afterwards, and a slice of cucumber is beautiful.
Cucumber with that one.
Yeah. It's funny. The cucumber really lifts that particular drink. But also, if you drink Chapmans on its own, also try it with ice. Pour in the whole bottle of Chapmans and add some cucumber to it as well. It's a beautiful non-alcoholic cocktail. Really is delicious.
That sounds amazing. I love a cucumber in a cocktail, but I would not have thought to add it to this one.
Yeah, it's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Thank you so much for joining us and for making me a delicious cocktail.
Pleasure.
Very, very much needed.
This heat, absolutely.
So cheers to you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Bethany. Thanks very much indeed.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're going to have Becky come back in.
I'm coming.
Becky, where art thou?
I'm here.
And Becky, people can get this on our
shop. Yeah. And there's been loads of love, like for the Ikoyi Chapmans. I've got a few comments that people are absolutely raving about it. I've seen so many people making the cocktail, the Mayor of Warwick. It's been a huge hit with everyone. So keep the love coming, everyone who's watching. I'm sure Michael and everyone will be very, very pleased to hear that. But yes, if you want to stock up, you can get it on our online shop, and we'll pop a link as well.
Perfect.
Great. Well, Michael, we're going to wave goodbye. So I'm going to try and sort of switch you off in a polite way.
I'll still drink. I'm quite happy drinking this.
All righty, no problem. Thank you. We'll speak to you soon.